I feel good now, chat. I feel good. Nah, dude. Nova is so good in PvE. Don't worry about being accurate. Wait, where the fuck did my Nova go? Where are you going?
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run.
Well, guys, this is the Voidwalker subclass tree. Now, I know it looks a little empty, okay? And I think right here for sure we're gonna have something that goes right here, okay? And I honestly think some stuff may even come out here. Not really sure if anything's gonna come out this angle. We may even get some stuff out here. What I'm trying to say is, guys, there's just not a lot of customization here, and with that lack of customization, I just believe there's going to be more nodes. There's going to be more things we can come in here and essentially click on to allow us to just build off of. Now, let me go over exactly what I was using today, and then we'll talk about the different nodes that are one of them is available, which is the one up here, and one of them is actually locked off. Now, there's two different wells of light. There's the healing rift, and then there's the empowering rift. This is something that a lot of you already know, but of course, one allows you to increase weapon damage. The other one allows you to continuously heal. Now, I found that healing rift was a better one for me. It just helped me more. It fit me more in a lot of the situations that I was in, and when I needed it, healing rift was the way to go. Now, grenades, man, that's a good one, because even though a lot of these things have the same name, and that was one thing that was catching me off guard today, it was just like when I was messing around with lightning grenades on a Titan. Even though a lot of these things have the same name, they perform so drastically different than what they do in Destiny 1. And so you can't go in there with the mindset of this is the way we need to do things just based off of experiences from Destiny 1. Axion Bolt is definitely much slower than it is in D1, and it just doesn't seem nearly as aggressive. Now, of course, there's things that help that out, you know, Vortex Mastery, things like that to really push Axion Bolt to seek further and seek more aggressively and stuff like that. I just found that Axion Bolt was good, but only if you play off of it. I would not use Axion Bolt as a means to get kills. I would use it more or less as a drop to push up and be aggressive with your enemy while that Axion Bolt is just kind of catching them off guard and pushing them to wherever you may want them to push. Now, Vortex Grenade is something that's actually shouldn't be overlooked either. Vortex Grenade is really good for zoning off power ammo, or something like Countdown. When someone's trying to get over there and plant it, you can just drop a Vortex Grenade to continuously do damage in those areas. It's actually not bad at all. I know Vortex Grenade is not something any of us ever used in PvP in Destiny 1, but again, go into this with a different mindset. I use scatter grenades just for a second, but during the time that I used scatter grenades, I noticed that it seemed to be really good only whenever someone was aggressive. You know, when someone was pushing up on me or getting up on me, I can drop the scatter grenade, let it do its work, and it did some damage, but it necessarily wasn't anything just groundbreaking. It's not nearly as powerful as I've seen it be in Destiny 1, especially with something like Nothing Manacles. Now, you're going to see mainly Blink gameplay, but I will tell you that Burst Glide is okay too, because I was actually messing around with that as well earlier today. It's not terrible, but the selling point for me in this class is Blink. And let me tell you guys, Blink is as crisp as ever. I mean, it's always felt just right. And I mean, I've played Blink on Blade Dancer. I feel like Blade Dancer has done a pretty decent job with it, but Blink really comes back to Warlocks the most. I mean, they're the ones that really owned it, man. They're the ones that taught it to the hunters, and I can tell you right now, it felt so good today. It felt so good that it worries me how good it felt, as in I'm worried that Bungie might say, okay, we need to do something to Blink, even though radar does disappear briefly whenever you blink. Now this is the different nodes that you can go look through, and we're going to go over this bottom node, but let me just take you to the top node up here. Hold R1 to draw power from super to overcharge your grenade, making it deadlier and more effective. Okay, so I actually did this in one of the Countdown games, and I will say that the damage was not necessarily terrible, but again, it only seemed like half health. It only seemed around half health that it actually took off. It didn't seem like anything was much more, and it does take a little bit of your super off. The downside of this as well, even though it's just the beta and we don't know exactly how fast our super is going to charge in the future, by the time you get your super, you really have no choice but to use it. By the time it actually comes to you in countdown, it's normally the 5th or maybe even 6th round at times. And so getting your super off is something that can be the difference between you winning that round. And I just felt like, for the most part, using up my super energy, even though it wasn't that much, and again, it's just a sliver, fellas. It comes back. But that little bit of sliver kept me from using my super one of those rounds. And I just felt like the trade-off just wasn't worth it. It was just, the trade-off would have been better for me to go ahead and spin that out. Now, this is Bloom, which is, of course, is an ability that we also see in Destiny 1. I can tell you right now, this is nice. Void ability kills cost enemies to explode. This is something that's good for not only for, PvE, but it's not bad for PvP. You catch someone on a melee, this allows them to do some little bit of AoE damage to the enemy next to them, especially if people are grouped together. So little things like that really help. Bloom is something that I find to really go hand in hand with something like Scatternade. It really makes things blow the hell up. Now, Cataclysm. Nova Bomb travels slowly and seeks enemies. Detonation shatters into smaller secret projectiles. Fire your weapon at a Nova Bomb to detonate it early. Now, I never did the fire your weapon at the Nova Bomb to detonate it early, because for the most part, all the kills you're going to see are me actually just jumping and then novaing straight into the ground. I would actually use Blink just like I did in Destiny 1, and that's pretty much how I nova every single time. Now, even when it would hit the ground, it would shatter, and of course it would break off into projectiles, and even if they didn't kill the people right there on top of me, it would normally travel out and seek them out and actually catch the enemy. I mean, the Seekers are good. They do some great damage. And it essentially either kills them or allows you to pretty much have easy cleanup. Now, Entropic Pool. Strike an enemy with this melee ability to drain your enemy's life force and use it to recharge your grenade. Okay, so this is just essentially another variation of what we've had before with our melee in Destiny 1. I would, of course, prefer something like Lifesteal, but again, we're going to go over the other abilities. But you see, that's pretty spelled out for you. Now, let's go ahead and start here again and work our way clockwise. Feed the Void. Hold R1 to consume your grenade energy to regenerate your health. Grants the Devour effect. Okay, that's actually really cool, man. If I had the upgrade points, I want to see it, man. I want to know exactly how much health we actually get to regenerate. I will say the trade-off on that one is pretty rough because, grenades, they take a second to get back. I mean, it's not like 25-second cooldowns like we're used to with T5 and, Discipline in Destiny 1. Now, Devour. Kill an enemy with this melee ability to fully regenerate your health. For a short time afterward, kills restore additional health. This is something that's not only good in PvP, guys. I think it's going to be phenomenal in PvE. I mean, really, kills restore additional health for a short time afterwards. So that's just something that, and I don't think that's going to be just ability related. I wonder if that's just going to be something that once Devouring gets rolling, it's just going to be things that's going to chain off of each other. Especially whenever you're the one that's consuming this, bouncing into that, and so on and so forth. Now, Vortex. Nova Bomb creates a singularity which continually damages enemies trapped inside. This is something that's different than the up top, whereas the up top node actually breaks off into little bitty, accent bolts and seeks out enemies. This would just be one little ball that would continuously do damage. Now, this is something that I would probably opt for in terms of PvE. You damage a boss and you want it to continuously keep damaging the boss. Okay, now if you were going against a bunch of ads, I would take the other way. You see what I mean? But in terms of just damaging a boss and you want something to continuously keep damaging, especially if the damage is very significant. We still don't know how significant it is, but if it's very significant, that's definitely the route I would go. Now, Insatiable. While the Devour effect is active, killing enemies extends its duration and recharges your grenade. So again, as you see right here, guys, this node down here, everything here works off of each other. So you've got this right here. You actually grant yourself the Devour effect after you consume your own grenade, okay? This in turn allows you to get the Devour effect in place, restoring additional health for a short time afterward. And then on top of that, having this down here, while the Devour effect is active, killing enemies extends its duration, recharges your grenade. So again, it's just a big clockwork. This right here is an excellent note, and one of which I wish I had my hands on. It's fantastic, guys. I think this is not only a good one for PvP, but I think this is one of the best ones, the node to be using in PvE. I think this is going to be something that's really going to set it apart. And already, as you saw from the beginning gameplay, this was pretty decent right here. Well, guys, that is the Voidwalker subclass. Let me know below what you want to see in the next video, guys. Essentially, I'm going to be taking a look at Sentinel probably next. But if there's something else you want me to take a look at, if there's a specific set of weapons you want me to look at, you know, essentially, I definitely see kind of what weapons are being extremely dominant in this beta. But all of those things are bound to change, man. Things change a bunch before launch. We're not exactly looking at everything in front of us, but would love to know exactly what you would like to see. Guys, as always, thank you so much for coming and watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like button. And as always, I'll catch you guys later.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.